www.flizzmusic.com.
What up, y'all? Welcome to You Ain't Up On This podcast. If you ain't up on this, get on up on this. Today, we have the lovely Miss Rhodey in the building.
Hey!
We all know and love this lady right here.
Rhodey, Miss Rhodey way.
So, matter of fact, who is Miss Rhodey? Tell us who Miss Rhodey is first.
Well, Miss Rhodey is, first of all, Raisa Gonzalez. I'm a mom, I'm a realtor, I'm a paralegal. I'm just a person of the community. And Miss Rhodey came about a long time ago when I wanted to be a rapper. I was actually Lady Rhodey, right? And I was in a rap group. And shout out to Crystal and Julissa. We used to call ourselves the BWAs, right? In fact, you know who played my track before? Fun fact, Fred the Great. Fred the Great played BWAs on the microphone. Like, he has that track. So that's where, like, Lady Rhodey came from the beginning. And then, Miss Rhodey came after when I was on the radio, and I was just like, well, nobody ever knows how to say my name right. It's like Raisa, Riza, Riza, and it's like my name is Raisa. So it was more easier for me to, take Miss Rhodey instead of correcting people, saying my name. So that's how Miss Rhodey came about.
I heard a little flex in the accent right there. What culture is that?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, Puerto Rock, huh?
Mm-hmm. The last of the dying breed, 100%, baby.
Oh, snap.
Well, my kid's a mix. My kid's a mix, so. Huh?
I'm learning stuff. I feel I've known you for a while now. I'm learning stuff. Like, this is crazy.
Like what, you didn't know I was Puerto Rican?
Well, I didn't. I knew you was some kind of ethnic. I didn't know what, But the rap, you rapped.
I used to rap. The thing is, I love rapping. I like mixing words. I like just putting your mind to different things. And I like that you can express yourself through raps, because a lot of things you just can't say to people, right?
Yeah.
Or you're embarrassed to say it. Like, for example, a lot of my raps were about the things I used to see in my culture, but then they were also a little bit sexual. And shout out to my kid's father. It was just like we'd be in a room full of people, and I couldn't say certain things because they're looking at you like, oh, that's what she's gonna do, what she's saying. You know what I mean? And in the other sense is like, oh, that's what you're around, that's what you're doing. But I've always loved rap. I've always loved poetry. And so now that I'm a little bit more established in life, I feel like that's something that I can just do for fun.
Did you ever rap in Spanish?
Yes, I did.
All right. Could I get you on a collab?
Yeah, I did it to Lean Back. It goes, escúchame mi gente, es Raisa de la isla, tan joven, tan bonita, me quiere ver en la revista.
I don't know what she said, but it sounds
No vaya para la taquete rica. It just said, my name, where I'm from.
Yep.
I ain't gonna stop till I get rich.
Okay.
Things like that.
Stand up, Latino. Stand up.
Yeah,
Stand
shout
up
out to all my
community.
Latinas. Shout out to all the women. When I speak about women, I like to not just say, my culture, because I just feel like we all go through the same thing, and, everybody wants to be like, Latina this, black girl this, white girl this. Nah, at the end of the day, we're all women, and we all go through the same thing, really. So we just need to empower each other.
You know what? Let me ask a question. I don't know if you might not want to answer this. But you being Latina, like when I first met you, I didn't know if you were just light-skinned black. I didn't know if you, then I saw Raisa Gonzalez. That I'm like, maybe she's Cape Verdean or something. Do you feel like there's any disadvantage or any advantage of being like, let's say, light-skinned or like Latina or someone? Because I'm not gonna like lie or sugarcoat that. I talk to a lot of people, and these are real issues in our community. Being a minority woman.
The reality is that sometimes certain people have a different type of preference, right? But with privilege and preference also comes pressure, right? So yes, there's always pressure to maintain this look, this prettiness, this, who am I, right? Because if I say I'm light-skinned, then the dark-skinned girls hate me. If I say I'm black, right, I'm only Afro-Latina when it's beneficial, depending on what culture and what's happening. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they don't want you to say you're Afro-Latina, they just want you to say you're Latina, And so then within my own culture, like I have my niece is really dark-skinned, like she's so beautiful. And I feel like my sister always has to tell her how beautiful her darkness is. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's like, why do I have to explain that? Mm-hmm. I just try to cater to everybody. Yeah. And like I said, if I say I'm Afro-Latino today, somebody's gonna be like, oh, Raisa, you're not black. And then my Latinas are saying, well, why are you saying you're black? You know, and the only reason I just identify with different cultures is because I go through those same issues.
Yep.
And that's really what it boils down to, no matter what color or race you're from. It's always the same issue, people. You know?
Basically, you can't please everybody. So
no, you
I want to
can't.
say that, you know.
But I'm not gonna lie and say there's not privilege to being light-skinned. There's privilege to
Definitely.
having a big butt. There's privilege
Definitely.
to being, you know, big and 7 feet. You know what I mean? Everybody got privileges. See, the thing is, it depends on preference. Here we go again.
Yep.
Because me, I'm not a person that's looking for somebody who's fine. Gotta be a little tall, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily looking for looks. I'm going for, do you make me laugh? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Are you a good person? Do you care about your community? Do you talk to your mom a lot? You know, if you have kids, are you taking care of your kids? Like, so again, preference. Because man, you could be pretty, you could be fine, you could be all that, but you could just be a shitty, can I swear?
Yeah.
You could just be a shitty person, like, and I just don't want to be around shitty people, no matter how good looking you are.
Oh. Well, when I walked in here, you took a picture with a symbol said hope in the back of you. And I've heard of this organization called Shoot for Hope, and today I didn't realize I'm with the person who that's about. Can you tell the people what Shoot for Hope is?
So Shoot for Hope is basically like an organization that I started in 2014 because my dad passed away in 2012 of stomach cancer, right? So I learned that my dad had stomach cancer in November 6 p.m. of 2011. And stomach cancer, as I don't know if you guys know, is like the 3rd deadliest cancer ever. And most people do not survive past the year, you know, and that was the case with my dad. He didn't pass the year. He literally died like, 10 days before his 50th birthday. And so I started the foundation because I felt like my dad, sorry dad, he went to the doctors and he got a colonoscopy, right? And so this is the thing, you go to the doctors, you get a colonoscopy, guys, you feel violated, you feel some certain type of way because, you had something and then you had to sit in a room and everybody was like blowing air, right? But the thing is, like, he just felt like he was Superman. And I feel like a lot of guys feel like they're Superman. Oh, I don't gotta go to doctors. A lot of people in general, I don't gotta go to doctors. They'll be all right. God got me. Well, God, cancer got my dad. Yeah. And so he didn't survive, and so he passed away. And I just thought, what better way to get guys to come out and get themselves checked. So I started a basketball tournament. I started with 17. I was like nervous the first game because I was like just waiting. I was like, damn, 9 o'clock. I don't see one player, walking on the court. You a baller, you're usually there early, putting on your sneakers. But then all the guys started walking in and it just started something different. And so I went from 17 to 12 teams to 14, 16, 22 teams. All right. And now people are calling me like, Miss Rhodey, when you doing basketball tournament?
Where do you have them at?
So I've had them at Saints, I've had them in Central Falls. This year I've been kind of keeping it a low secret because I'm waiting for the approval, but I'm going to be having it outside with 4 courts, and I want to I want to integrate the community. So I want to have bouncy houses. I want to have like people cooking hot dogs and just a community event over on the West Skunk area, which is over like Branch Admiral, because we don't really have anything over there for kids. There's no summer tournaments, there's no summer camp, there's no nothing, and I just feel like I could do it. I'm in that position, so.
And that's an area of town that absolutely needs it right now.
Yes, it takes a certain amount of people to cool it down. And an area could always be hot, but if you have events like this, like where we're having basketball tournaments, where there's things for people to do, we're not gonna have it so hot. It's always gonna stay leveled and cool.
Kids need something to do with idle mind. Gotta get that.
And we need community involvement. Like people gotta want to be involved. It's like whole snitch era. I don't want to be that. That's not me. No, it's when you look in your community, it's me. Like that's what I see. I see people my color. I see moms struggling. I see dads hustling to try to get their kids into sports or trying to get a job to shut the baby mama up because all she does is stress. I see all that where I'm at. Yep. And I just want to be, the change. And so that's where hope comes from, because you just hope to always do something, shoot for hope. And so, that's kind of like how Shoot for Hope came about with my dad and all that.
Is there any way that these people, anybody listening, could donate or get involved? Like, where would they go to be a part of that?
Just hit me up on my Instagram, Miss Rhodey, MSRHODEY. And literally, if you look me up, my number's gonna come up because I'm a realtor. Okay. So. I sell and buy houses, so if anybody wants to sell or buy, hit me up.
Remember in Living Color when the West Indian family had all the jobs?
Listen, that's me. That's me. I'm also a caretaker for 4 veterans. When I say veterans, I'm not talking about the doctors. I'm talking about the people that served for our military. I take care of an older woman.
Oh, not a veterinarian, but a veteran.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, again, when you think of Miss Rhodey, I want you to think of like a kind-hearted person that sometimes could just get into her emotions a little bit.
Uh-oh.
But the thing is, sometimes, no matter how nice you are, you sometimes just gotta let it out. God doesn't say you can't be angry and frustrated. He just says, be angry and frustrated through me. That's what I'm learning.
Well, I'll call it passion. Does your passion get you into more trouble, or do you find it more helps you get to where you need to be?
Before, like maybe I would say before this year, I think my passion got me in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
And now I'm like, I can't react that way because it takes me steps away from my passion.
Okay.
And the more I clean up, the more blessings come my way.
Dope.
Like facts. The more you just like, level-headed person, you go about handling certain things. And when you learn, like, don't let things bother you. Like, if you can't resolve a problem or if you're in a situation, whatever it may be, like, you gotta just leave it with God, and God just will lead. Okay. And literally, that's like, Kanye West, Jesus walks, that's what I'm walking with. Like, seriously, I'm water, baby.
Hey, that's one of my albums, and I started the album by saying that. Since we're getting this collab, and
that's God.
See that?
Can't help what God puts in your way.
So I want to get to the promoter side. That's where my first conversation with you was at DJ Franchise. Shout out to Franchise at the radio station. And then the second time, you put me on a show.
I put on.
Yeah. So I did a show for this young lady right here. What got you into that? You said you were a rapper, now you promote,
Well, okay. What had happened was I started hosting. My first hosting gig was given to me by DJ Franchise at JL Dana, so shout out to them. And then Lamar Milton, the social, #1 promoter, he put me on to hosting again when I took a break, but he put me on more like a promoter / hosting.
Okay.
And the thing is, I became a promoter by hosting, right? So, AKA, if you call me the host, that's all I want to do, is host. I don't want to have to promote, but that's what had happened. I became a host, and then in hosting, you promote yourself. So, like, you kind of become a promoter by like nature.
Yeah.
And so the promoting, I got an award for promoting and all that good stuff. So shout out to Lamar.
Strong J.
I've just been getting awards everywhere. This is God's work. But then I decided to do a show. Somebody hired me to host a rap showcase, and everybody thought that I threw it. So shout out to Gorilla, Smooth and Slitty. I didn't take credit. It's just people came to me and was like, yo, Miss Rhodey, when are you gonna have your next show? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not doing any shows. And then I had a couple conversations with a couple of people. Shout out to my son 2K, Mixed by 2K. He works with everybody. Like he has like 30 artists that he was just like, Ma, I can round them up ASAP. And so then we did a showcase, and I became promoter / showcase, and I had asked you to be in it because you've been in the game for a long time. Mm-hmm. You have the Clash Brothers podcast, and you're an amazing person. And I listen to your lyrics, and I'm just like, you talked about a little bit of the things that I want to talk about in just different aspects. Even if I'm working with my emotions, like you spit in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's something about your charisma. Like you can be performing in front of like 2 people or 10 people, and there's just something that you're still getting those 2 people hyped. Mm-hmm. You're really sexy on stage.
Snap! You heard.
You be dancing. You engage with everybody. So I like that about you. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, why not him? You know what I'm saying? Why not him?
You heard. Book me. Book me.
Book him. Yes.
Mealtix@gmail.com. MEALTIX. Nah. But that's actually humbling. I'm not gonna lie, because in this scene, as you know, people always say there's crabs in a barrel around here, and I've learned that's every city says that.
Amen.
Every city says the same thing when you go over crabs in a barrel, in a barrel. It can't just be Rhode Island. It can't just be Florida or Virginia or whatever. But just talking about that mentality, when I notice the younger rappers tend to more get into that feeling, and I've been hearing a lot of the gatekeepers, and we can't get to where we gotta get, and sometimes social media gives people this illusion that you're doing super well Well,
It's facts.
but
Stop
they don't
believing
really.
social media.
Yeah, it was just a grind. Like, now how I got those 10 shows lined up, I went and got them.
Exactly.
You know, I went and spoke to people, or I put in so much work. As you said, I've been in for a minute.
I've been in the game honestly for like 25 years. And I started being in the game, you know, shout out to the Central Falls Panthers. Like, again, I'm from Central Falls. I'm from Falls City. So everything I do is always going to be to cater to the poor. So when people be like, oh, Miss Rhodey, why you do this for free? Why you do that for free? Because I can. And why not?
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how rich I can, if I could be richer, I would be doing everything for free, especially for my community. Because like you said, there are gatekeepers. But at the end of the day, there are people that can kick those gates down, right? And so that's why I am able to use my platform at Halo. Shout out to Diana, Tim, Jeremy. Like, they give me that platform, and I know y'all suckers trying to come for my Thursdays. Don't think I don't know, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and work on my emotions. You know, so in the night game and the nightlife, you just have to be cautious how you move and just stay the course. Like, to me, the course is provide a platform for people who can't get that platform. You know, most recently, you know, there was discussions online about people charging. That's just not how I move. It's not what I do for a living. Like, I'm a realtor. I'm doing okay. Will I charge if that was what I did for a living? Yeah, maybe. I'd also give a couple freebies. That's just because what you do. You uplift people when you can. And so, you know, you got a platform. You just got to provide a platform for the people. It's really for the people all the time. But yeah, so to me, it's important to have a platform and give. You know, and that's why I was able to put you on, and not that you're not already on. But my thing is, like, social media, yes, it exists, right? But every week these artists, which it took me a long time to get, because I used to, every Monday and Tuesday, let's be real, you find me on 101.1 WBRU FM with DJ Free Insides and Chip, and you'll hear my call out, right? And every Monday and Tuesday, I'm calling somebody out. And for a long time, I was calling the rappers out, not realizing that maybe they're showing up because, you know, they're in an abusive relationship, or they're suicidal, or there's some type of mental health issue going on, right? And so that's why I do it. So when you say, Miss Rhodey, why do you do it for free? Because there's so many artists that are going through so many things, and instead of me disregarding them and dissing them, I learned that if I could provide a platform for them to come and speak on whatever they're going through, there may be somebody else in the audience that maybe is, you know, going through that, or like I said, that person, I saved that person that 1 week. You know, 1 week I saved somebody from killing themselves, so they were able to come out and perform. I'm never gonna charge nobody to perform unless it's a competition and I'm giving something back.
Y'all know where to hit it. Tell them again.
Every week I'm at Halo. Every Thursday I do a showcase, which is free. But this specific Thursday, the 25th, we're doing a song battle competition where you can win $100 for first place. You get a mix by 2K at his studio, a free session. You also get a free photo session with Captured Visions, and you get a spin on the radio with DJ Franchise.
You heard it.
And I got second place, $50, and third place, $25. And then I got this dope big old Super Hulk chain. It's just dope. I'm gonna award it to somebody. So I just think it's dope. So my judges are TJ, Stores, Guap Star, Big Haiti. I got Black Trav coming outside. He's coming outside. You know, he's dope with the words.
Oh yeah, he was on this podcast.
Yes, he was over there listening with his chest and everything. I was like, damn, hey baby.
Yeah, right up.
You know, shout out to him and his lady.
Shout out to
baby.
Trav Black. Shout out to Trav Black.
He's who I'm calling if, you know, there's any word games, you know, that I need to play, because he's just ridiculous. He can spit on the spot.
I always ask everybody who comes on here, who's your top 5 influences? You can name it best or whatever. It doesn't. I'm not gonna limit it to hip hop.
Oh, okay. It's not just hip hop.
No, you don't have to limit it. Who is your top 5 influences?
My top
musically,
5.
Yep.
Oh, musically.
Musically, yeah.
I would say the first would be like Quincy Jones.
Okay, cute.
Babyface. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, and Prince.
That was 6.
Sorry.
No.
I'm from CF. I can't tell. My bad, CF. I let you down.
Was that in order, or was that just period?
It was just period, because they all like influenced me in different aspects of my life.
Okay.
And they all bring something different to the table that I wish I could be.
Now I'm gonna narrow the parameters of that search. Top 5 female hip hop.
Top 5.
All time.
All time. all time. I'm gonna say Queen Latifah, MC Light, just because those are the pioneers. I love her, but nah, I can't. I mean, I like Roxanne and Shantae, but she's like an honorary mention.
Okay.
But I would say Missy Elliott, definitely like maybe number 2. If I had to put them in order. I'm gonna say go ahead and put Lil Kim in there, and I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj.
Okay. Can't be mad at the selection. Can't be mad at it.
But I do love all the female like testosterone that's coming out right now.
Oh yeah, that sure is a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like
yeah.
I love it. Like if I was able to rap in the time that I was able to rap, like those are the lyrics I would be spitting.
Oh, so you a gangster really?
You know, I'm a little bit of everything. You know, I'm godly gangster.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I
should
mean?
coin that. You should get a shoot for hope, godly gangster.
You know, God's always in me. But doesn't mean that I don't have emotions. It's just like I said, how you react to them.
No, guys.
What about them?
5 guys.
Oh, 5 guys.
Yep.
Pac always gonna be number 1. Nas, Jay-Z. I would say Biggie, definitely. And my last one would probably be 50 Cent.
So you like all the East Coast rappers?
I mean, I like Snoop too, though. I love Snoop, but I'm from the Bronx. Ain't nothing wrong with the West. See some nice
like breasts in the West. At this point, is there anything you want people to know about you that I didn't say or I didn't know?
What I want people to know about me, I'm a cool person. Don't think that like I don't know how people perceive me. That's the thing, because I get different responses from different people. But if you wanted to know something about me, just ask me. That's I guess what I would say. And don't let my looks like turn you away. Sometimes I'm just sitting there mean mugging just for no reason, or
RBF.
You know what I'm saying? Or you just don't know like what I'm going through, and so it's not that I'm not approachable. I'm always approachable. I'm always ready to help. But just know I'm a good person. That's what I want them to know, and that I love my community and my family.
You heard that here first. You ain't up on this podcast. Now, most of the time we're lifting weights. She says she wants to come back for part 2.
I'm gonna do part 2. I'll come with I'm coming with sweats. I told him I'll shoot a couple shots.
Oh, you're gonna see her shoot. Well, you wanna go best of 10?
I'll go best of 10, yeah.
All right, best of 10. You wanna compete or just you doing best of 10?
No, we can compete.
Best out of 10, free throw or 3 points?
Free throws.
Free throws. All right, boom. My phone is right. Money. Ooh! Now you gotta get that. You gotta get that. Pressure. Oh! I give you that. Give me it back. Give me it back. Give me it back. Let's keep that going. Ah! Can she got me here? Oh, snap. No, she didn't do that to me. Let's get it. Come here. Miss Rhodey. Miss Rhodey in the building. Miss Rhodey in the building.
Make sure y'all tune in every week for his podcast.
www.blizzmusic.com.